These bad boys go on sale tomorrow. If you guys want to pick up your Tri-Brigade Eldritch Melfi playmat, I love this mat. It's honestly probably one of my favorite works. These will be up on Market Watch tomorrow. Now let's pass it on over to better looking me, shall we? Welcome back to Toon World, everybody. Today we're going to be talking about Phantom Rage, the general impact of everything that I'm seeing from all the crazy combo videos, and all of the potential that the player base is gearing up for to have just another round of excitement as a new set that we will not get the chance to play competitively enters on in to the metagame. So guys, show some love, like this video. Of course, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't mess out. I'm going to be behind Farf on my way to 100k here. But yeah, show some love and let's dig on into Phantom Rage in Disguise. Weird title, but also stream tonight as well, guys. Alright, so I've been watching a lot of videos, and there's a lot of hype built around Phantom Rage. Not from the things that I've been seeing from people, and it's really weird to say that because mutants were so hyped by a lot of people. A lot of people like use good. The general consensus of the community thinks they're bad, but we'll talk about that later. I've talked enough about that. First deck I want to talk about here is Zoo. All right. Now, the general consensus, literally as of late, is it's like this has been rocket science. The OCG has had Zoo at this incredible powerhouse in terms of their representation for, what, last couple weeks? Double A Zeus, or the Sky Heavenly Arsenal, or whatever you choose to call him, is a fantastic card. It's not once per turn. You get the ability to multi-chain it. I mean, that's all you need. Stick a Zoo monster on the field, overlay, attack, make Zeus. Alright? That's really good. Also, not to bum out anybody else here, but the entire deck's well-being is one-card starters. The only other person in the entire game right now that is the king of one-card starters is my boy Alistair the Invoker. And we've had our qualms with him in the past about how that engine's a little bit too spicy. But officially, well, I guess Sky Striker would like to have a word with me too. I can't forget about Ray. Alright? Man, I'm sorry, Ray. Please forgive me. I used to play your deck all the time. How could I forget about you? Engage was a good card. So, to top things off, Zeus, your one card, you start your entire combo. Alright, we did it. Which means you get to pack hand traps. So many. Veilers, Ash Blossoms, Nibiru's, Imperms, Ghost Bells, Ghost Ogres. You open it all. Alright? You open up any combination of 3 hand traps plus Zeus starter. You win. Alright, it's that simple. You just push the game on over to your turn, make sure that you can do what you want. Some builds are playing Solemn Strikes and things in the OCG for the control variants. I had a conversation with Lund where he thinks the TCG is going to push more towards Dogmatica Zodiac, and while I could see that, I don't know how consistent our metagame will take that. So, we'll have to wait and see. Zoo's definitely going to be in the Tier 2 category, at least at the very minimum, now that we are getting the Sky Heavenly Arsenal to basically help counteract some of this metagame strain, alright? Granted, we still have Dragon Link existing, which doesn't necessarily help the current situation. Please better ban list so we can fix this, alright? I'd really like to play Phantom Rage archetypes, but I can't because Dragon Link dinosaurs are too good. Alright, so there's that. Now, on this topic, the amount of Praying Kids hype. Now, I've purposely chosen not to talk about Praying Kids up until this point. Meow Meow is a very, very good card. On a Link 1, that gives you a, you can trigger your big guy's effect to make sure that you'll basically get to keep, the Batlin Butler alive. So basically, it creates a self-replacement effect. Alright? Now, Praying Kids, I think, can consistently move on one-card starters. Alright? Well, actually, they are now a one-card starter deck, because Meow Meow basically allowed them to extend out and play the deck now. Alright? That's what they needed. Formerly, up until this point, Praying Kids was 2 cards, they go burr. Now with Meow Meow, we've bridged the gap to 1. Here's my problem with this. Alright? it's going to be the same thing with where Zoo is. The deck will be tier 2 to start off. It's not to say that we won't see some abnormalities push things through, but I don't think... Yeah, the Praying Kids combos are very strong. It's just when you look at the standard, I gotta go first, make my board, it's the same thing across the table. You're that Buster Lock, that Herald, and all that other shenanigans that you're going to have to put up with, that can do it a little bit more consistently. An Ultimate Conductor plowing through your entire field, it's rough right now for these decks. And while there's a lot of hype build up for this card, the Praying Kids mains are loud. All right, they're some of the best supportive people of their archetypes I think I've actually heard. And I am looking forward to this, don't get me wrong. It's just, I feel we start off in tier 2, and we see as future formats progress here if things will eventually shift out. Because the 2 best decks in the room are the 2 best decks for a reason. Alright, we can't deny that. Well, you still have 1 or 2 people in the back that... The metagame deniers. They've really thinned out, by the way. I'm really proud of this community. They really weeded out those people that were like, events don't exist, so why should we trust the metagame? They've really disappeared, which is a good thing. But yes, Praying Kids has a lot of hype right now. The deck's ability to be 1-card starters and produce results, very good. We'll take that. Alright? Now next up is the virtual world theme. Lundrady is swearing to me that this deck is going to win LCS 8. This man has been chugga hype for this, alright? I don't know whether or not to not believe him or to believe him. I've watched this deck throughout the Zodiac tournaments. I actually have some deck lists coming out here soon. If you guys want to see those, of course, communicate that with me. And I will, in fact, make that happen. We saved them from last month's Zodiac tournament. We have 2 virtual decks, which means the deck is highly represented. Honestly, the deck in a good player's hands combos very well. Their trap card is bonkers, and they play around a lot of hand traps. I guess their biggest advantage is, 1, they're new. 2, everything I've seen up until this point proves that the player base doesn't really know how to handle the deck. Alright, which I think is kind of cool when players don't know how to play against something. It's Praying Kids hype right there, 101. People, well, actually, we originally called that Ritual Beast Syndrome. Nobody read the cards. Same thing with Praying Kids. Nobody read the cards. I've played against Praying Kids 4 times in my life, and I've beat them 2-0 every single time. Alright, and I mean, I'm not saying that that's bad, but when you once again have an archetype here where players are unexperienced and they're setting up these combo boards, I mean, in addition to having an in-house macrocosmo, essentially, that puts disruption on the opponent and puts you into a better position. Oh, and by the way, you also get access to True King of All Calamities in your deck. It's beautiful what this deck can do, but players aren't, once again, prepared for this. Once again, we circle on back to the same problem here that we have every other format. True King of All Calamities is back. Can't wait to watch them detach it, get to revive the stupid macrocosmo on legs from their graveyard, as I'm struggling to play the game, as I just got generically floodgated out. Virtual world hype, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's got a lot of cool potential. With that being said, though, I think that we'll have to wait and see if it takes off, or if this is just going to be another little wind from Lund. Remember Megalith? That was a funny one. You guys remember when he topped the LCS? Second places? Man, good times. The last thing I want to talk about here is Phantom Knights. Now, of the 3 that I've talked about so far between Zoo, Praying Kids, Virtual World, and Phantom Knights have had the least amount of hype, actually. There was a lot of this pushing near the beginning, alright? Like, everybody was like, oh my god, new Phantom Knight support, this is bonkers. And then it kind of started to die down. I think the competitive community is now kind of gone more towards the Zoo will be intermediate, pushing tier. Praying Kids, same thing. And then Virtual World will be coming in at like 1.5. Alright, when you look at Phantom Knights, though, I'm going to ask the same question I've been asking this entire time. What do you want it to do? Alright, your boards you make don't seem like they're that great. Having an Armageddon Knight in your deck is fantastic. But when comparing against the rest of the metagame at this point, when you sit down against the big two, if your deck doesn't get to combo out into its full potential and you can't break that Buster Lock board, what are you gonna do? Look at me being a negative Nancy this entire time. It's like Buster Lock making these decks have an unplayable time. It goes to show that Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, we are excited for Phantom Knights. And I mean, I want to see what this deck can do. I want to be proven wrong. I want to see what this deck can do. I want to see the cool combos. I want to see how consistent is this. All right, what are these results? How are we going to do this? What cool new innovations are we going to have? I don't want the format to be solved. I want there to be excitement. I like to be proven wrong. But everything I've seen from knowledge and from the player base talking, I think that this is going to flop. But I want to be proven wrong, actually. Everybody always thinks I'm on my high horse, and they're like, oh my god, Robbie's just full of himself. No, I genuinely want to be proven wrong. I want to see information that we didn't get to see. I want to see the player base evolve and push this. But the Phantom Knight hype, ending on Rusty, the Ark Rebellion, the Phantom Raiders, having splashable BA access is cute. But what does it do against the rest of the metagame? Well, Robbie, you can say that about everything right now. Yes. And it's not a good thing. Alright, so we'll have to wait and see. So that's everything building up with Phantom Rage. So what do you guys think? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think, and I will see you guys on the flip side. Peace out. Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out VanCole40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by MCole40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mcolegames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.